what is cut method. Only my readers can be benefit from that. Without reading my novels, will still be enveloped by the fear of death. So I really hope that there will be more and more medical healthcare centers or institutes so that more and more people can really get rid of the fear of death.
Thank you, Xuemo. I think from what you're saying really reminds me of our countless trip to Royal Master where we meet with different patients. I remember very clearly one day we walked into the reception of Sutton Branch. There was a very sharp-looking gentleman sitting in full suit and almost like he's attending a black tie event. And we thought that maybe he finished from an acting job or maybe a formal event to come to the hospital to visit his family. We sit down next to him and we ask him, how are you today, sir? Like you start with your patient and your friends. And he said, I'm doing very well. And I said, you dressed up very nicely today. What brought you here to the hospital? He said that today is finally the day of my operation has been scheduled for my brain cancer. I'm dressed up for full suit to face the results and how it goes. I'll be ready and it's just so powerful to see that the confidence within him and within a lot of patients, not just the adult patient, but also the little patients. When every time you walk into the children's bay, they running around like they're not affected by the illness, even though it's really painful to watch them carrying a machine on top of them and to go through what they have at such a young age. I think everyone is afraid of talking about this, but it's that inner power, strength that helps us to go through this, and it's what everyone here sitting on the table to help people in the future events if there's anything that they face. There's always help that you can reach out to. So really, I would like to hear more from Stephanie and Imogen from the other side of the table to answer the same question: how we can still preserve the lights within when we face the line between life and death.
A good question. In our line of work, it is difficult, and we are dealing with a lot of ingredients that are asking the same exact question every day. I think, and we covered it under our topic, one of the things that keeps that alive is the humanitarian aspect of what we do, and sharing that love and care with other people. I know there's one lady I visit every time in Ukraine, and she leaves her apartment maybe once a week, doesn't see anyone. And so, just keeping that human aspect with people really makes a difference. And again, she sits there all day doing art, trying to sell her art online, but that's her outlet in terms of darkness. So I think just remembering that everyone's human at the end of the day, that your actions can make a real difference, even the smallest of things. And I'm really trying to understand where people's darkness comes from. For this lady, the winter's been after because of the ice on the floor. She's not worried about the drones or the missiles, and so it's understanding and saying, can I help you? I can get you a car, and making that difference. So I think trying to understand where everyone's darkness is, and even the smallest things that you do can give them some love.
Thank you, Imogen. That's very powerful. Thank you so much. Sarah, would you like to give John a call? We would like to. Yes. Yes. Well, he's unfortunately can't make it into the room, but I would really love to hear him from his perspective on this question. I hope he has reception. His Wi-Fi. Either way,
I'll put everyone down and speak.
yeah, it'll be a
Oh,
shame
I'm
that we
putting,
can't
I'm
do
putting
something.
them. It's not working. Ah, apparently, I'm using standards. Would you want me to, oh yes, I'm sorry. I'm okay.
By the way, while I'm doing that, what are we doing after? We're going to part a game of football.
Well, if you do want to lead the football team and have a 21 year, yeah.
Would you be able to just speak? Yeah.
Yeah, so when yeah, absolutely. You can hold the microphone against.
Right, okay. This is
Hi, John. Can you hear us? Oh, that works perfectly. We felt like that we don't want to lose your data in the other room, but I'm sure that Livestream is helping you with some TA. Let's get to the other room. So the final closing questions that we would like to discuss with you. You will be the finishing guest to finish this last question. When life faced the ultimate test between life and death, can we still preserve the light within?
So just to repeat the question, I'm just about to put that.
Can we still preserve the light within when we face difficult time between life and death?
So was that
Would
the
you
piece
like
that
me
was
to,
like?
yeah, would you like me to text you?
It tells me, just because it was ringing on the microphone.
just your viewpoint of one. When life face life and death, when your life is sort of facing life and death, can you still preserve the life within yourself, within somebody?
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of about continuing forward, really. There's always pressure, there's always issues that arise, no matter the ground or no matter the scale of the issue or problems. And it's about kind of conquering those issues and problems in kind of we're all humans, really. So it's about continuing forward, moving forward, growing as you can as an individual, and helping others as groups, so as a collective.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think we invited that you come join us today.
Yeah, just the access is quite difficult, it's quite steep.
Yeah, well, that's something that we mentioned to the club. It's something that you can never realise, or it's the difficulties about the barrier, all the details. That it's only the users who knows what's just making life easier. So we'll send that comments to the club. And thank you. So I think that perhaps love is a quiet force, and it will allow humanity to continue searching for the light, even within the darkest moment. And we are gathered here today, and we talked about all the topics, and I'm just really deeply touched by all the things that we mentioned. And from this year onwards, Pencil Tree Freya Foundation will be partnered with Xuemo Foundation to support all the charities that we work with in the future as well. And will this give us the opportunity to hear more from Xuemo in the future, and you will see him in our future events. And thank you so much for joining today's conversation. I hope you all enjoyed the afternoon tea and the bright sunshine. If anyone agrees to match, we have to prepare some football and put on our sports outfits to go and do some sports outside. yeah, please feel free to join us outside. That's always just the high part. And have a very lovely afternoon. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful time. So I conclude today, we are talking for love, responsibility, and courage, also making everybody together. That's amazing. And to me, I think it's really exciting. And another news, July 24 for July the night. So my solo exhibition probably at the Mall Galleries. Yeah. One of my invitation ever since come, so I sent it to everyone.
Well, it will be a different topic. So the exhibition that we hold this time is called Home Sweet Home, which invites everyone to come and find their inner child out of. I think everyone needs to have the chance to do that, to bring that little one out of your body and to be able to play it. The space will be decided to have a very immersive experience to fit Paison's picture book, and her artwork will be showing her daily stories about her and her family interactions with 5 generations from great grandmother, grandmother, mother, daughter, me and the daughter, and the granddaughter, and hopefully all these pictures will remind everyone their funny moments in the family and the great moments in their life, and hope to see everyone back in July again. Thank you.
So much people coming in. Yeah, but behind it, it's from Sugars Foundation, and this is the book and these are our stars. Anyway, hope you all like it. Yeah. And one more for John.